Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and I am here with the year in review for the Scrappy Inspirational YouTube and Instagram Hop. And we have some questions pertaining to our scrappy life in 2022 and looking forward to our scrappy life in 2023. And so I thought that I'd go over those questions and try and answer them and not keep you here forever, because this is like my, I don't know, 7th or 8th attempt, and the first couple of times I couldn't keep it under 30 minutes. Sorry, so I'm going to try. So the first thing is what was your favorite item used in 2022? And I bought a lot of things. I have a lot of things that I use on a regular basis. I have a personal trimmer by Creative Memories that I use on the regular. My tape dispenser, like there are things that I use every single day that I love, and that's why I use them. New to me in 2022 is Nuvo Deluxe adhesive. I got 2 bottles of this for Christmas from my husband and my sister, and this is the first bottle I had to buy myself because it took me 1 full year to use up those 2 bottles, and there's still a little left in the one, but I love using this. It's been really good to me. I love the thin nozzle and how it works. It rarely gets clogged up if I close it properly and don't let it sit open for very long. And it's small, and I like the way it holds. I found another couple of adhesives like Tombow that I like, but the bottle is not as good to my, I have carpal tunnel in my hands, and so I like the way that the Nuvo Deluxe bottle works. Anyway, so that is number 1. What new item did you use in 2022? And did I like it or not? I use a lot of new stash and a lot of new items and some new equipment and things, mixed media, things like that, stencils. I joined the Hip Kit Club, Bramble Fox. I found some new places to shop like Peacecraft Love, Scrapping in the Sticks, and a Cherry on Top, because I didn't really buy a lot of scrappy things other than like at Michael's or Hobby Lobby before this past year and a half. So that's a big part of it. But I also found, hold on, I gotta move this stuff out of the way. In the end of last year, I placed my first order for Dottie About Flair, which is now the Flair Hut. And that's probably one of my newfound loves. I have lots of stash from them now, and so I fully expect that a lot of my layouts moving forward will have Flair on them. I have had Flair on quite a few. I was on their creative team up until a couple months ago when they asked me to be on their design team, which makes me happy. And so I use their stash for that kind of thing, but on my regular, just day-to-day as well. I try and limit it a little because I don't, it gets a little bulky, not just with Flair, but with perspectives and things like that. A lot of times I'll double that stuff up. So that is a newfound love for me. What was my least favorite item in 2022? I placed an order with the Echo Park warehouse sale. I do like Echo Park. I love using collections like that and like simple stories that come, like all in a pouch. It's all together. You don't have to order things separate necessarily. You can, but you don't have to. Because I can, when my brain is taxed and I'm exhausted and I don't want to try and think, does this go with this? Will this work with that? I can just pull one of those out and put a layout together that goes with whatever the theme of it is or whatever. And I like that. But the problem I have with like Echo Park is their ephemera packs. A lot of them are words. There's lots and lots of words and little tags or things with words. And while I love to document with words and I love to put a lot of words on my layouts, there's only so many of those that I can use. And I want icons. Like I can layer icons really well, but it's a little bit more difficult to layer the words and the phrases and things like that. So, I mean, it can be done, and sometimes it's pretty easy because of where the wording is placed, but sometimes it's a little too difficult and you lose a lot of the design pattern or the shape of the whatever it is you're using, and I don't like that. So I wish that it was more 50-50, like half of it was icons and half of it was word phrases or tags or something like that. Personal opinion, I do know a couple of my friends and I have talked about this before, and I'm not alone in thinking that, but maybe we're not the popular, I don't know. But that's probably the only thing I could say I didn't like, but I still use them. It's just a little harder and it takes me longer to use up all of the ephemera because everything else is gone and I've got word phrases left. What is my favorite layout from 2022? I probably created about 1,000 layouts this year, give or take. So it's hard to just pick one. So I have 5. This one was from a scrap lift crafternoon. We scrap lifted a layout by Scylla, Choice Bits of Bliss. This video went live on 9/4. And I love this. It's using 49 and Market papers that I had gotten from Peacecraft Love. And I just really, really loved this paper. And the layout is documenting the florals from my dad's funeral. Trying to find a place to set that. And then this one was also in September. This was a mashup between Scrap Timbers Mixed Media, which was day 14, and my favorite autumn hot drinks, which was a Paper Crafters YouTube hop. And I used the Heart Builder stencil from Scrapping Reflections and the some gold paste that I bought from Peacecraft Love, and I love that a whole lot. And then I did this for 30 Days of Sketches in October, day 1, and the prompt was stitching, which is up here across the top. This is just, I love this layout. It's a sketch by Lisa Sikorsky, but I love this picture, meant a lot to me because this is me and my daughter. She had some mental health issues, and what they were letting her go home that day. And so when we went to go pick her up, I took that picture, and it makes me happy. It was a hard time documented with a happy picture. Here's another one I did for Scrap Lift Crafternoon. Yvette Weber was the person we were scrap lifting. This video went live on 11/13. I used Vicki Bouton's Sweet Rush, but I just loved how this turned out. She had made such a cool layout, and so I love that. And then this one, I created a video that went live on 9/17/22, and this is where my dad's ashes are scattered in Canada. This is the little island where the stone is. So part of why I love this so much is because of what it represents, but also I love 49 and Market, which is the collection I used. And also it was a part of my Courageously Crafting Scrapbooking Through the Hard Stuff series that I started in July. And I really, really love that, and it meant a lot to me this year. And so those are 5 of the many layouts that I've completed. I can't say I love every layout I've done this year, but I have liked them enough to be happy with them. I may go back later and be like, I should have added this or I should have done that, but I can look at it and know that a memory is documented. I'm good with that. And then the last thing for 2022 is what was my favorite collection or designer. So that's going to be really hard. I love 49 and Market. It is one of my newfound favorites. I just recently bought the Plum Grove from Peacecraft Love, and of course I have Spectrum Sherbet, which is probably my all-time favorite collection, 100%. But I love Vicki Bouton. I love Cocoa Vanilla. I found a lot of love for different collections and different designers, and some days it just depends on my mood. Paige Evans may be calling me one day, or Obed Marshall, or Jen Hadfield, Bo Bunny, all the different. I have the things, and I love them all. I enjoy them, and they bring me something when I see them, or I wouldn't buy them. Except I think I bought a collection once that I didn't really like once I got it in person, but it's okay. That happens. But yeah, Vicki Bouton, I love all of her stuff. I've not found anything at 49 and Market or Cocoa Vanilla that I didn't like yet. So those are all new to me for 2022. Moving forward in 2023, what is one scrappy goal that I have for 2023? I have two goals that I set in 2022. One is to create a layout every day, whether it is a 6x6 or a 12x12, whatever size, create a layout every day. And I have accomplished that. There has not been a day that has gone by that I have not documented at least one layout. Many days there were multiple, but I have documented a layout every day, even if that meant scrapbooking in the car on my way to the beach, in a hotel, on my way to and from Washington, D.C., whatever that meant, I documented a layout every day. I may not have posted it, I may not have done a video, but I have documented a layout every single day. And that makes me super happy. And the other goal I had for 2022 was I wanted to use up a scrap on every layout, whether it was a little bitty scrap like this that I just put like a clear sticker on and then fussy cut it, something small like this that I just tuck behind, something bigger where I use it for, you know, whatever reason. I wanted to use a scrap on every layout, and I would be willing to say there was probably less than a handful of layouts that I did not do that with, and that was like a whole new collection or something. My glasses are a mess, guys. So for the most part, I hit that goal, and I am super grateful because I've gotten a lot of scraps and junk out of my room. My space is a disaster. What you all can't see is a mess. But I'm going to work on getting that done before the end of the 2022. I'm recording this on the 26th. So that's my goal for the next few days. So my added goal for 2023 is I want to continue to do both of those things. Create a layout a day and use a scrap on every layout. I do want to use more scraps, like an entire layout of scraps. So I think I'm going to try and join up with the Baby Got Scraps hop that they do when I can. But also my goal for 2023 is to use a predominant amount of my non-collection stash. I have tons and tons of loose papers, like a stack this high of like loose papers that don't go with the collection. They just came from Hobby Lobby or Michael's or Joann's or wherever. They're not like officially part of a collection or by a specific creator, or I have no clue who they're from. Things that I've acquired since 1996 when I started scrapbooking for the first time. I have stickers galore. I have those plastic shoebox things full, and they're organized by like travel, animals, food, what a baby boy, baby girl. I'm trying to use a lot of that up because they don't go with my collections. I forget that I have them because they are on the there's a bookshelf right in front of me that is facing out, obviously, because it wouldn't do me any good if it was facing towards me. I can't get to it. And it is full, but I don't see it from where I'm sitting, but I don't have anywhere to put it. And so I want to get that stuff used so that I can put that in like a binder or something small that I can put on my shelf so I can grab it easier and organize it easier. I had them in those crop and style book binders, but I was never using those. Those are in a closet and I wasn't using them at all. So I took everything out of all 7 of my crop and style books. Please let me know if you're interested in those because I may be getting rid of them. I don't know what to do with them. So I just would love to get that stuff used up because it's old. It's not sticky anymore, or it's tacky. Some things are cracking, some things are warped. I need to throw away the stuff that is not usable, and I need to use the stuff that is. So that's the goal for 2023. So I'm going to start off 2023 by doing a series that I definitely would do through January, and I may do it longer. I'm not sure. I'll have to retitle it because it won't make as much sense. But January, I'm doing a series called New Year, Old Stash. Super simple, not very creative. I tried to think of something and that just is what I went with. So I already have videos posted and ready for every Tuesday for this Stash Dive Tuesday because I made a book for my mom for Christmas and I documented that, and I used only stash that is old. And so, and bunches of it. Like, I didn't use a whole lot on every layout, but I just used a bunch of stuff. And I have tons more. So really, really want to get that used. Can you tell I'm super animated about it? So that is my goal for 2023. Wow, it took me a long time to answer one question. What item would you like to use more of in 2023? Okay, other than my old stash, I want to use my stamps. This blue book right here is full of stamps. I just started my collection this year. I want to use them. I bought this Stampin' Up! Stamparatus by Stamping Up. I want to use it. I have it. I bought it in like October, November. I want to use it. I have lots of, quite a few stamps now. I got some new stuff from Peace Craft Love. I got some stuff from the store, you know, different places. I want to use that stuff. I want to use my other mixed media. So this goes to the other question. There's two together that kind of go along. What new product or technique do you want to try in 2023 designer collection tool? I have new watercolor pencils from Tim Holtz. I have new watercolors from Vicki Boutin. I have paste that I've used like once and I need to use more of. I want to use my mixed media because I know that stuff goes bad. Stickers last a long, long time before they start getting grody and they won't work anymore because you can always add adhesive if it's just a sticky. But the pastes and the inks and the sprays and the ink pads, all that stuff dries up and gets gross. So I want to use that stuff. I know it's messy. That's my problem. I don't want to clean up the mess. I'm gonna use it. That's the goal, you guys. And I need you to hold me accountable. If all you see is collections and new stash and no mixed media or just a little tap of some paint, call me out on it. I need your help. Okay, so how many layouts would you like to set a goal for yourself, either monthly or yearly? So, like I said, one a day, that's 30 layouts pretty much a month, but my goal is 50 because it's not too hard for me to stop. The dog is eating plastic. Weird dog. Sorry. So 50 is my goal. I have definitely hit 50 pretty much every month for the last 2 years since I started actually keeping track. I love that. It makes me happy. I can look back and I have days where, like, this is how I write it down. I have this paper and I number it and it's got like just the title of the layout. And so at the end of the month, I know how many I did. So in the end of the last month, I had 58 layouts done. That's pretty good. I mean, considering how crazy my life has been, right? So that's my goal, that I really want to try and hit 50 per month. I would love to hit 1,000 before the end of the year, but I'm going to be graceful with myself. Because I know that there are times when I may do more than that. And there are times when I may do less than that because I'm, you know, busy or I'm having a hard time or I'm struggling or I got a lot going on or whatever. And my friend Anne-Marie has been super helpful with that because she's the reason that I started making a goal. In 2021, in January, I joined Scrapbooking the Day Away on Facebook and since have joined her online group. And she encourages us to make a goal, but more importantly, and she encourages us to be graceful with ourselves and to not put stress on ourselves when we set our goal and when we get to the end of the month if we haven't hit our goal, because things happen. And, you know, even if you just get a layout done or some organization or something done, you know, whatever it is, you know, to give ourselves grace. And I love that. She's super compassionate and fantastic and has encouraged me a lot in the last couple of years. So I'm really grateful for that and all the other scrappy people who have really encouraged me to do the things that I do when it comes to Scrapbook World. So 50 a month and hopefully 1,000 by the end of the year sounds like a reasonable goal for me. Although it sounds kind of crazy, but with grace sprinkled on. And then the last one is, what is one YouTube goal for 2023? And my first goal is one I can't control. So it's only like a hope. I would love to have 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. I currently have 802, which is, I can't even, okay. This past summer when I hit 500 subscribers, I was so excited. My son made me this award. This is my 500 subscribers for Scrapping on the Fly. My son took a cardboard box when we moved in June, so it must have been late June, early July, and he painted it and he used tape and put it together and painted on top of it and made that for me, and it sits proudly right here where I can see it whenever I get discouraged, because 500 people at some point in the last year decided that the content I was putting out was something that they were interested in enough to push the subscribe button. And that means a lot to me. And since then I've gained some more subscribers, and I can't believe that. So, I mean, that's just kind of like one of those goals. I just feel like that's, but like I said, can't control that. I have no say in that. You all do. And if you're already subscribed, I appreciate that. But my personal goal, something that I know that I can have more control over and more, direct, like that's on me. In July, I started a series called Courageously Crafting Scrapbooking Through the Hard Stuff. And it was documenting, starting late April through early June. I had a really, really rough time with a lot being piled on, including divorce, death, moving, new job, like a lot of stuff. And I decided that I wanted to document the things, and I was feeling really heavy on my heart to create videos about it. And so I thought for a long time about a title, what I wanted to name it, and decided that I would go with Courageously Crafting Scrapbooking Through the Hard Stuff. And so while creating more than the process of what I'm doing, I talk about the importance of documenting the hard stuff. And it was so important to me and so special. And I had so many people communicate with me about how it was encouraging them to think about how they could document, a loss of a parent or a divorce or, things like that. That just inspired me. So I continued the series once a month instead of every Saturday. And so August, September, and November, I created another layout for that series. October, I did 30 days of sketches, and I was documenting 2018, and that whole year was courageously crafting, scrapbooking through the hard stuff, because that's the year I lost my dad, and my aunt, and all sorts of other stuff. So I didn't do a specific one for that month, and I didn't do one this month because it's been kind of crazy. But my goal for 2023 is to continue doing that once a month, is having the Courageously Crafting Scrapbooking Through the Hard Stuff video and layout once a month. I've got plenty of things, unfortunately, that I can use to document. And I'd love to say that it's a 1-year thing because I won't have anything sad to document after that, but can't say that. Life is life, and that is okay. So anyway, those are my goals. That's what I'd like. And to finish off this video, I would like to say thank you so much for sticking with the video, for sticking with me. Thank you if you are a subscriber. Thank you for that. If you've watched my videos, whether you're a subscriber or not, thank you for that, because it's encouraging to see that so many people are watching your video, hopefully getting something out of it, being inspired, being encouraged. I'm hoping that when you see me make mistakes and fix it, that's encouraging to you, that it's okay to make mistakes, and maybe giving you an idea for how to fix the boo-boos, because I'm a professional boo-boo maker, so I've had to learn to be a professional boo-boo fixer. I'm gonna get business cards for that. And I really, really do appreciate that you all show up, and the comments and the likes, and it's just amazing. I hope 2022 was good to you. I hope that you've had a gentle year. I hope that you end the year with your head held high. And I hope that 2023 is amazing and even better. I hope that you have amazing times and positive experiences and great friends and family. And if you don't know that I can be your friend and your family, that I love you, that I care about you, I may not know you from the next guy, but I promise you I care about you. And I hope that if you do have hard times, which everybody does, and sad times, I hope that you know that there are people out there who care about you. And I hope that you will be strong and courageous and give yourself grace and peace. And then I hope when you come out on the other side of that hard thing, that you are stronger and that you can hold your head up and realize that you've made it through. Because life is hard, and we are documenting what makes our life, the good stuff and the bad, and we're doing a great job. Whether we get a layout a year done or 1,000 layouts a year done, it still is a great thing. So I'm proud of you all. I love you all, and I thank you so much for everything that you all have given to me and given to the scrappy world. I appreciate all of my scrappy friends, and I just wish you all an absolutely happy new year, and I hope to see you really soon. Happy scrapping.